What's going on, guys? So today on this SHOKY Reviews, we're going to take a look at another Star Wars Black Series figure. Now, it's been a while since I looked at one of these. In fact, the only one I've looked at was the Obi-Wan Kenobi Spirit version, or Force Spirit version. And this is, of course, K2SO from Star Wars Rogue One. I also said a Rogue Story. Now, I picked this up at Walgreens because Walgreens is doing that amazing $12.99 sale on all their Black Series figures. So I figured I'm going to start with K because he's one of my favorite characters, favorite droids of all time. Now here you got a nice little drawing of K. You get K2SO. Age down there. Age is 4+. I'm right in the middle of that. So you got HASBRO down there, Star Wars up there. You got K in the little plastic prison. Come around to the side, number 24, K2SO. Being silly, I'm sorry. Alright, so right here, you've got reprogrammed Imperial security droid now loyal to the Alliance. K2SO is an alarming sight standing within a secret rebel base. Sorry, it's really hard to read. Pragmatic droid is effective insertion agent as he blends in perfectly with Imperial installations and outposts. Yay for that. Of course, you got StarWars.com, Star Wars, HASBRO.com. Why is my camera having issues with red lately? It keeps wanting to make it look bluish. So you got Disney, of course, right there. That's why it costs so much, even though, realistically, it's not that expensive. So let's go ahead and get him out here and see how cool the big old lanky droid is. Now we've got K out of his packaging, and man, this thing is impressive, guys. Now it's going to be a little hard to see because he's matte black. A lot of those details are not going to come across properly, so we'll have to get in close. But this thing has presence. I mean, like the box said, I mean, he's huge. He's tall. He's just massive. He's the robotic Slender Man, realistically, if you want to go there. Jesus, I mean, it's just huge, and sorry if I offend anybody there. The detail work on this, HASBRO really put in the battle damaging, the weathering, so you've got like paint chipping, silver little damages here, you got just little bits of like exposed circuitry, you've got lights doing their thing there. The matte black just makes it look older and dirtier and worn. You got, I'm guessing, I think those are lights. You've got some lighter silver right there inside the molded detail. You got the worn out Imperial Tempograph right there. Decently reflective. You got some more white lights right here. Now the cool thing is they had to find a way to make his see-through joints see-through but still stable. So they added a clear center bit, which if you don't realize, go back and watch the movie. All of his joints you can see straight through them. Now, a guy who actually made a K2SO cosplay had to have a similar engineering deal where it's a big puppet that he walks behind. You don't even notice him, but it looks really ridiculous. The arms are done nicely. You've got some kind of gunmetal-y color here for the wrist. And I'm being super careful with a lot of these joints because the plastic is scary, and you can tell this thing is stiff from sitting for so long in packaging. Now, the one thing that sucks is he comes in just this. He doesn't have any accessories or anything like that. I'm halfway tempted to either get a Cassian or a Jin, whichever one has the proper gun, to give him the gun that Jin gives him near the end of the movie, just so he can have one. Now, one thing that does suck, and I don't know if this is just for battle damage sake, but, you know, his exposed areas there should be painted orange, and you can see it was painted orange. It looks like it's gotten kind of chipped off. I don't know if it's supposed to be that way or if it's excessive, because you look back here, it's all nearly perfect, but towards the front, it's all really worn out. And this thing was sealed, so it's not like somebody got it, wore it out, and then gave it back. Now you can see right here versus that thigh, it's definitely worn out a lot more. Now, if you have this figure, just let me know if it is the same way on yours, or the orange should be a little bit more prevalent. Now I could probably add a little bit of paint to that and just touch it up a little. But yeah, they got a little bit sloppy when it comes to some of the battle damaging, like down here on the legs. They're just like, I'm just going to town. You can tell at the end of the day on a Friday, like that spot there on the foot. Like it's a little less dry brush and a little heavy handed a little bit too. purposeful. See, that's the thing about battle damaging. You got to make it a little less purposeful, a little less perfect. So you got some worn out areas here. You got a nice tempo there on his little control pack. Little antennas done in little soft plastic. Little bitty red lights right there on the booty. Now, technically that's his back. This is his booty. Booty looks pretty good. Little battle damaging near the never mind. The knees have a nice brushing back here on the back side. All in all, it's a very, very good looking figure. Now, quick comparison. Set him back a little. By the way, the eyes are painted. I didn't go over the head detail. Give me just a second. Nice molded detail here on the eyes. Though I wish they'd given them like a tiny bit of life, like just some kind of, I don't even know. They're solid white, and it looks like he's scowling because of the shadows. So I feel like they should have done a little bit of something there to make it look like it's lighting up. Silver molded detail here, molded detail all around the neck. Hard to tell because of the shadow. There you go. Okay, so quick comparisons, which, by the way, having this guy, just, like I said, Slender Man. Here's Wally. So he's significantly taller than Wally. Here is a deluxe class Transformer. So way taller than that. Here is a leader class Transformer. Way shorter. Well, not way shorter, but... And then next to the other Star Wars figure. So, I mean, next to an actual human, he is definitely taller as he should be. Now, if it wasn't for the fact I don't really dig the human sculpts for the most part, I probably would have a lot more. But if I might need a Rogue One set, we'll see what happens. Now, let's go into articulation real quick. Start at the head. You've got a ball joint up inside the head and a ball joint down here. And some nice molded detail in between. He can look down, like really down. He can even look forward, but at a lower stance. Goes all around. He can rotate. I'm being very careful, guys. It's very stiff. I don't want to break anything. Though most things seem to be a soft-ish plastic if they need to move. These shoulders are on, from what I could tell, probably some kind of universal. It's very, very stiff inside there. You got molded detail even inside, even though it's really, really hard to see. But it also has a disc hinge that can get you at least to there. He ain't reaching very high, I'll tell you that. But you can probably get him all the way up here, and using the rest, you can get a heck of a high teacher. Or a high Cassian. Cassian told me so. Which, one reason, guys, if you don't know, the main reason to love K is he's voiced by Alan Tudyk, and that man is a genius. Go watch the Everything Great About Rogue One video. It's so funny. There's an Alan Tudyk meaner. Okay, so he does have, instead of bicep, you got just above the elbow rotation. Once again, clear joint there. Single jointed elbow that gets you 90, maybe just a hair above. But the cool thing is he can go both ways with his elbows. That's disturbing. You can do the same thing with his knees, which is also disturbing. You get wrist twist right there and go all the way around. And you've got wrist bend at a weird 90-degree angle. Now his hands are molded very, very nicely. Painted not so well, but molded nicely. And he's actually in a position to where he can definitely hold some stuff. So if you've got a gun, odds are he can hold it. Now he does have waist rotation. A tiny, tiny ab crunch. Not a whole lot of anything there. Which, given the way his body's designed, it makes sense he doesn't have a whole lot of torso articulation. Now he does have T-mounted ball joints, I believe, in the hips. Now it looks like this part moves separately from that part, but they also are moving together, so I can't tell. And it looks like you can also get a tiny bit of some splits. That's about as good as that's going to get. I ain't going to force it any further. It might just be the ball joints being pushed to their limits, but I can't tell anything different. Now, I don't believe there to be rotation. It moves a little bit, but I'm worried I'm breaking something, so I'm not going to push it any further. You do get just above the knee rotation, much like the elbows. So the legs are developed very similarly to the elbows. So you can kick decently forward. I kind of wish there was a thigh cut, but it's okay. Knees do a little over 90, no big deal. You do get that rotation, as I stated. You get above and below the knee, technically speaking. So if you really want to, you can really start messing with the sculpt. If you really need to actually jack that up a little bit more. Come down to the ankles. We sort of talked about it. You do have rotation all the way back and technically all the way forward, though working with translucent bits, I'm being incredibly careful. You also get ankle rocker. That's virtually limitless, and you have pegs in the bottom just in case you have a display base you need to put them on. So he can get some decent poses, even though he's just a huge, lanky robot. You can actually get him in some cool poses. I like it. Now guys, final thoughts wise, I really do love this. It's a very, very nice representation. I know there's a figure arts version, there's a few other versions, and of course, like the ultimate would be the Hot Toys K, and that thing is ridiculous with light up features and all kinds of fun stuff. But for $12.99, this is a steal. If you can still find him, by all means, go get him and love him every minute of the day, because it's Talented, and that's awesome. So you can put it next to your Hey the chicken from Moana. But guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, do that down below. If you want to join the Patreon, it's right here. And if you wonder where I'm going so fast, I'm running out of time on the camera. But I will catch you guys next time. Oh, by the way, buy some Shoky shirts down below. But I'll catch you on the next review. And remember, as always, let the Force be with you.